two gift boxes that cannot be distributed to different pipelines. How do I know the difference between them? Maybe they are the same thing. Maybe. Well, I think I need to use ID to identify, such as 1, 2, 3. However, our gift boxes are sent all over the world, so many gift boxes can't be counted by anyone. I need to design a more effective ID. Just like the above, in a distributed environment, how to make the ID of each piece of data unique. For the ID of each piece of data, what kind of unique ID do I want? The ID you want should have such characteristics. 1. The only 2. Orderly 3. Moderate length. So, how do I get the ID I want? There are 4 options to choose from below. Option 1. UID. The following is an example of UID. Its advantages are local generation, simple generation, good performance, and no risk of high availability. Its disadvantages are the length is too long, the storage is redundant, and it is disordered and unreadable, and the query efficiency is low. Option 2. Database self-incrementing ID. The following is an example of a database self-incrementing ID. Its advantages are the ID generated by the database is absolutely orderly, and the implementation of high availability is simple. Its disadvantages are the need to independently deploy database instances, high cost, and performance bottlenecks. Option 3. Generate IDs in batches. The following is an example of generating IDs in batches. Its advantages are to avoid the need to access the database every time an ID is generated and bring pressure and improve performance. Its disadvantages are it belongs to a local generation strategy. There is a single point of failure, and the ID is not continuous due to service restart. Option 4. Redis generates ID. The following is an example of ID generated by 3 Redis servers. Its advantages are it does not depend on the database, it is flexible and convenient, and the performance is better than the database. The digital ID is naturally sorted, which is very helpful for paging or the results that need to be sorted. Its disadvantages are if there is no Redis in the system, new components need to be introduced to increase the complexity of the system. The workload of coding and configuration is relatively large. The above introduces 4 ways to obtain unique ID. Please take what you need. Bye bye. See you next time.